in where you are. So good morning, I'm glad you're here. Let's go ahead and settle in. So find a comfortable place on your seat, maybe not with your back on the back of the seat, sitting nice and tall, as if you are reaching the top of your head for the sky. We want to keep our chin in neutral, maybe even just slightly lowered. And think of the ears coming back just slightly toward your shoulders. So we have a tendency to sit forward. So if we want to have a straight posture, just leaning toward the back, but not the chin up. Slightly down, nice long neck. Think about that, and now think about your feet. So feeling your feet, your toes, kind of wiggling them a little bit into the ground. The pads of your feet, maybe gently rock the feet back and forth, side to side, feel the sides of the heels, the pads of the feet. So we want contact with the ground. We're going to think about this when we're standing. So we're going to have contact with the ground. If you have socks on, just make sure they're not slippery. Make sure you're on a surface where you won't slip. You can have shoes on, that's fine, whatever you're comfortable in. I might take my socks off here in a minute, but I've got socks on right now. We just don't want to ever slip. So gently close the eyes if you'd like, or look down toward the ground. And take some breath in and out through the nose, in through the nose and out through the nose, if that works for you, or in through the nose and gently out through the mouth. Hands are relaxed on the lap, palms up or down, whatever feels good for your shoulders. Just close your eyes and just think, inhale, exhale. Long neck, gentle jaw, inhale, exhale. Feet are grounded, all four corners of the feet. Inhale, exhale. You can keep the eyes closed if you'd like as we gently inhale and reach the shoulders up toward the ears. Inhale, just trying to get a sense of how the body feels, which is why I invite you to close your eyes. And then exhale, lower the shoulders. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, up. Exhale, lower. And you can open your eyes to see me as we inhale. We're going to reach the shoulders up and pause here with this sort of stretch. So feeling the stretch maybe between the ribs, but breathe. So you'll feel a different kind of constriction, restriction, or maybe a stretching in the abdomen as you breathe with the shoulders up. Ease the jaw and just notice how that changes your breath. If this is uncomfortable for any reason, lower back down. Good, nice, slow, full inhale as is comfortable. And then slowly ease back down. And now think of on your exhale, reaching the elbows sort of down toward the hips. So we're lengthening this from the shoulder away from the ears. Just a gentle lengthening, breathe. Notice the difference in the shoulders, the chest. Ease the jaw, gently wiggle the toes. We don't want to clench. We're doing something that we don't normally do. We may tend to clench up other areas. Breathe. Good, and release. Very nice. So let's lower the hands down by the side. And just notice first where your arms naturally hang. For some people, the shoulders may be more open. Maybe one shoulder feel a little restricted today. That's fine. So we're going to move in your range. So very gently spread the fingers open as is comfortable. We're not straining. We're just sort of opening the hands. Thumbs facing forward. And then as you inhale, rotate the thumbs out and think of opening your heart toward the sky. And then as you exhale, rotate the thumbs back to the front and then rotate all the way toward the back of the chair and think of reaching your mid back for the chair, and you can tuck your chin slightly if that feels good. Very nice. Now, as you inhale, think of your whole chest, belly, rotate the thumbs back out, pointing toward the back. It doesn't matter how far you rotate. Think of that nice open heart. And then exhale, thumbs go from back to the front and then point back the back of the hands toward the legs. Exhale. One more time with movement, nice slow rotation, thumbs pointing out and back. Inhale, heart forward. And exhaling, draw the belly in toward the spine, rotate the thumbs, pointing them toward the back of the chair. Very nice. Now we're going to rotate out and open again. Find a place that feels like a nice, kind of a gentle edge. We never want to push back past our edge, but we do want to find range. So using your thumbs to point, kind of feel whatever happens in your shoulders. Maybe one side is different from the other. If this bothers you, you can rest your palm in your lap. Reach that heart space out, and we're breathing. We're not just inhaling here. We're going to inhale and exhale here. If it bothers your low back at all, if you find yourself in too much of an arch, just drop your tailbone a little bit. Make it more about the shoulders. Good, breathe. Ease the jaw so the teeth aren't touching, but maybe keep the lips closed and feel the front of the neck. Just observe. Inhale and exhale. Maybe wiggle the fingers. Notice how that feels in the forearm, the shoulders. Just gently kind of piano the fingers. Very nice. Nice inhale. And then as we exhale, we're going to move those thumbs. Maybe you feel your tailbone shifting a little. And now find space in between the shoulder blades. So we've rotated our thumbs back and through. Maybe the top of the hands are facing the body or whatever your range works for you. And as we hold this and breathe, finding space there between the shoulder blades, mid back, reaching back. Maybe your chin is tucked. Just find that to your ability today. And breathe and notice, just observe. Maybe one arm is a little different. Maybe one shoulder's different. Inhale and exhale. And notice what changes and moves on that inhale and exhale. Where is the sort of release? Where's the expansion and release? Piano the fingers here. Just notice a difference in the arms. Very nice. Wiggle the toes gently so we're not clenching into the ground. Very nice, good. And now slowly inhale, spin the thumbs back up. And come to seated, palms resting on the knees. Just notice for a moment, again, nice tall spine, that very slight dip in the chin, that very ease back of the ears over the shoulders, reaching the top of the head for the sky. Very good. We're going to do a gentle twist. So let's bring the palms to the heart space. We're going to fingertips together. Palms are touching, thumbs are touching. Maybe while we're here, we do a little wrist work. So thumbs are at the chest, but then look with the hands together. Again, very easy to your ability today. Lower the wrists down so that maybe they're horizontal with the elbows. And press the hands together. Again, gently. Just see what that feels like for you. Maybe one wrist likes it and one doesn't, so ease up. Pressing the hands together. Breathe. Fingers are pressing, really activating the hands. Good. Ease that up. Let's do elbows together. And raise the elbows up. You're kind of looking just above your elbows. Breathe. And lower down. Nice. Arms down. Sweep the arms out and up. Inhale. And let's float them down. Exhale. Very nice. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Good. We're going to bring the right hand over to the left knee. I might be mirrored on your opposite on your screen. But left hand and right hand are on the left knee. So we're going to inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to slide that left hand back. And we're not pushing with the right hand. It's just gently kind of guiding the right shoulder over. And if it feels nice, you can look over your left shoulder. Ease the jaw, release the teeth. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice that breath space. These gentle twists are really good for the inside of our torso, all of our organs that are held with fascia. As those, if the fascia doesn't move, that's what makes it difficult for recovering from surgeries, from abdominal, any kind of chest surgeries. So these gentle twists with breath are really good for kind of keeping the organs fluid where they should be, but also able to move. Breathe. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale, slide that left hand back to the knee. Right hand to right knee, left hand, left knee. Just notice here. Let's sweep the arms out and up. And exhale down. Nice. Both hands to the right knee. Get a nice tall spine. Inhale. And exhale. The side might be different. Slide that right hand back. And again, sort of gently guiding the shoulders over, but nothing past straight. We're not pushing. And if it feels good, then look over the right shoulder. We want to use our breath, that inhale and exhale, to find that expanse and release. Maybe even close your eyes here if that feels good, just to notice, so your mind can watch the breath. Watch the tension in the toes and the jaw. Breathe. Very nice. Nice inhale. Exhale, slide the right hand back toward the knee, head back to center. Let's do palms up. Just breathe for a moment, wiggle the toes. Very nice. And then look to the right. Gently look to the left. Let's look to the right again. And look to the left. Very nice. Good. So we're going to come up out of our chair. I'm going to angle my chair to the side so you can see me. Coming at the edge of the chair, we always want to be able to get up and out of chairs without too great of an effort and kind of maintaining the strength in the core and the legs. So the feet are about hip width apart. You don't want them too close together. It's wobbly. About hip width apart. Slide the feet under the chair. And this is another reason we're going to stretch out the ankles some, so that we can do this movement. So we can slide the toes under the knees. So that we can bend our ankle this way. You can have your hands on your knees, that's fine, or on the chair if you haven't really done this type of exercise before. You can put your hands at your heart space. We're going to hinge at the hip, a very straight back, keeping our shoulder blades together. I actually want my whole foot on the ground. I've had mine way back. So my whole foot on the ground, feeling your heels, feeling the balls of your toes, hinge at the hips, and then you feel your weight press into your feet. Right, inhale. And as we use our exhale, think about your whole body drawing into the center and up out of the top of your head toward the sky. We're going to use our exhale to push the ground away and lift the head. So inhale, exhale, push the ground away, lift the head. Very nice. And we're going to practice. So inhale nice and low. If your knees don't like to be halfway, you can practice the inhale and exhale standing. We're going to inhale and soften. Exhale, push the ground away. Inhale, kind of let the belly, the pelvis, the pelvic floor inhale, soften. Exhale, lift the head toward the sky. Then once more, we're just going to pause here to strengthen the legs, strengthen the core, drawing everything in. Breathe. Wiggle the toes. Just another couple breaths. Good. Inhale. Use that exhale, push to standing. Very nice. I'm going to move my chair away for a moment. So step away from your chair. We're just going to do a little bit of stretching. You just don't want to get your hands on the chair. Now, I would say too, you can always practice. I'm not going to because I don't want to block myself, but you can always practice with your chair right in front of you. Because even one fingertip in anything we do helps you steady the body, steady the mind as we work on balance. So always have your chair within fingertip range. In front of you works best at moving our arms. Let's do some nice wide sweep of the arms. Inhale. And exhale down. And again, inhale. And exhale down. And when we're doing these movements, if anything feels, you can always open your feet wider to broaden your base. And actually, we're going to open our feet wider right now. Feel your feet. Maybe for a moment, for balance, this is great while we're standing here in a way that we don't normally stand. Have your chair nearby, have your finger there. Close the eyes. This can help with training the balance. And just be present in your feet. Maybe grip the ground with the toes, lift the toes, feel into the heels. Being aware of where our extremities are and how they're helping us balance. If your eyes are closed. Good. Open the eyes. We'll inhale, sweep up. And exhale down. And you don't have to look. You just inhale, keep your head down. And exhale up. Now, very active. So think about pushing the ground away. So you're really pushing it as if you're going to tear the floor in half that's standing between you. So you feel your legs engage, your toes, your ankles, you're pushing the ground in. And then think of really active arms as if you were shooting lightning bolts out of your middle finger. So stretching those hands out, hands wide if that feels good, or as wide as feels good. Now we're going to lift heavy, heavy air. So really activating the arms. Inhale, reach, reach, reach. And then we're going to push heavy air down. Exhale slowly, but active hands, active feet. Engaging the whole body here. Again, inhale, reach, reach, strong, strong. And exhale. Very nice. Hands to the hips. We want to keep let's move the toes out just slightly, because we're going to move our knees. And again, the chair can be in front of you. So just find a nice sway coming over one foot to the other. Because we're going to feel our balance in the feet. We're going to stay very balanced. So moving to the one side to the other. Notice your feet. Both feet are on the ground. We do this nice and slowly so we feel our weight shifting. Again, it always helps with balance if we know where the weight is in our body, what's holding us up. Good. One more sway. And if this bothers either knee, you can just sway your hips. You might actually do that in a minute anyway. Okay, let's come to center. Actually, we're going to do the hips. I like that idea. So think of moving one hip out, and then the other hip out. So this is going to have a different feeling in the legs, in the hips. Moving into a different part. Breathe. Always breathing. Inhale, exhale. Very nice. Back to center. Now back to the knee bend. We're going to come over nice and slow over to the right side. Again, if your body doesn't like this, you can just move your hip out. We're going to hold over the right foot. Left foot is squarely on the ground also. Just kind of feel that weight into the right foot. Balance. And you can have one hand on the chair. We're going to open our arms. Inhale up. Exhale down. Once more, inhale up. Exhale down, very nice. Inhale here. Exhale, push the ground away, back to center. Very nice. Inhale. Exhale, drop down to the left. This side might be completely different. Find your place. We're going to inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, both feet on the ground. Notice where your weight, notice what's supporting you. Inhale up. And exhale. Inhale here. Exhale, push the ground away, come back. Good. We're going to keep our feet here first, and we're going to do this next thing with also our feet closer together just to have our balance. So we're both arms nice and wide. If that bothers your shoulders at all, you can also do this with your elbows dropped. We never want to hurt ourselves. Yoga doesn't hurt. So we're going to look to the right. Again, feet are nice and wide. If you want to touch your chair, that's totally fine. Inhale. And as you exhale, follow your thumb with your eyes and bring the right hand over to the left. Inhale, sweep it open. Follow the thumb with your eyes. And exhale, close. One more time. Another really important thing for balance to be tracking with our arms. And exhale, close. Good. Hold here for a moment, this twist. Breathe. Notice the side. Notice that space between the ribs. Good. And then just kind of paint in your left arm across your chest to open. And lower, we'll give the shoulders a break. Let's roll the wrists one way and then the other. Very nice. We have to go in for the other side. So let's stretch our arms out nice and wide. Again, you can lower, whatever feels good for you. Inhale here. Look to the left and exhale, sweep it in. Inhale, open. Exhale, sweep it in. Follow with your eyes. Very good. One more time. Good. Exhale, over. Holding here. Maybe you feel something in your shoulder or side. Again, you can always drop your elbow. Breathe. Maybe you feel your hip or abdomen. Good, and let's paint inside the arm, across the chest, open and lower, very nice. And bring the feet together. A couple of options here. You can keep the feet just like this, or you have your chair, like to have the chair with the side kind of facing the side of the chair. My chair back is on the right side. And I'm going to put my right foot in the chair. You don't have to do that. You can also just lift, you bend your right knee where you have your toes on the ground and you're holding onto the chair. You don't have to have your foot in the chair. Just a little more balance work here. Again, one hand can be on the chair. You can have both arms up, one arm up and one arm on the chair. Whatever you'd like to do today. We're going to breathe here with the arms up. And when we put the arms up, we don't want to scrunch our forearms. Think about, start with kind of cactus arms. So our shoulders are down. Then we're going to raise the arms up to keep the shoulders away from the ears. So scrunching, reaching with the fingertips. So the hand can be on the chair. So breathe here and feel both feet. We have weight in both feet. Nice and steady. Place the left hand on the right knee. And here we have some options. You can use the back of the chair and just turn toward the back of the chair with the heart. Or if you'd like, you can do both arms open. So the torso is turned to the right. The left hand can be on the right knee. Right hand can be on the chair. Find your balance, breathe. Ease the jaw. Notice the feet. We have all four corners of both feet holding us up. Maybe a little more weight in the left foot, but the right foot's important. Very nice. If your arms are extended, go ahead and lower your elbows, left hand to right knee, and gently turn back to center. Very nice. So that was a closed twist. So we're going to do open twist the same side. So either with the right hand on the chair or the knee, the left hand can be on the hip or outreach. We're going to open to the left. Breathe, ground it in. Not gripping, watch the jaw, watch the toes, breathe. Very nice. If your arm is outstretched, lower that back to the hip and come around back to center. Very good. Let's step down. Just notice the difference, one leg to the other. I'm gonna, well, I'll switch. So you can do whatever is comfortable for you for your balance. I just want you to have the back of the chair nearby. So either come up on the toe, lift the heel on the left foot, ground into the right foot. Nice and supported on the right foot. And then if you'd like, then step into the chair with your left foot. Find that balance. This side might be completely different, and you can heel toe the foot that's in the chair out. So think of it more like railroad tracks that you're opening up, just to broaden your balance space. Good. Finger to knee or chair. We'll lift the arms up. Breathe. Notice how your body is shifting and moving, finding its balance. And always use the chair. Breathe. Very nice. Inhale. And then find your twist. Maybe that's hand to knee with left arm out, or maybe it's both arms out. Whatever works for you, or one hand on the chair. Ease in the jaw. Notice the toes, the balls of the feet. What is supporting you? You can always drop the elbows too if it's too much for the shoulders, since we've done them already a bit. Very nice. If your arms are outstretched, lower them down, right hand to the left knee, and back to center. Very good. Breathe. And then moving to the right side. So we can lift the arms overhead or not, put them on the hips, and inhale, open to the right. Again, hand on the knee, chair, hip. Breathe. Notice the feet. Notice the breath. Release the jaw. Very nice. If your arms are outstretched, returning to the knee or the hip. Come back to center. And step out. Then mountain pose. Mountain pose is our feet are about hip width apart. And we use it as a pause, but it's also a strengthening move and a balance. Because our feet are under our hips, they're under our shoulders, supporting our head. The arms hang naturally, but very aware of the fingers and aware of the feet. Breathe, reaching the top of the head for the sky. The most basic of poses, but also can be one of the more challenging. If your chair is nearby and you know it's nearby, you can also practice closing your eyes here. Touching your chair, you know it's there if your eyes are closed. And just notice your breath. Kind of enjoy that inhale and exhale. Very nice. Relax, release. Time flies, oh my goodness. I want to do this though before we sit back down. So using your fingertips on the chair, because the standing up and sitting and all of our balance is so important that our feet are flexible. We want to practice with the agility of our feet. So sometimes the big toe doesn't play along as well as the little toes. So we'll do that. We'll do this next. We'll do one part seated. But right here, to your ability, lift your heels. So maybe that's coming up onto the balls of your toes or not. And you can always have a nice firm hold on your chair. You can bend the knees, whatever works so that you can lift. You can just gently lift your knees, do an up and down movement. Safely using this body weight to stretch out the toes, keep that mobility. Very nice. Come down. Now standing, we're holding on. Let's do one foot first. You're gonna raise the right toes. It's hard to see. Raise the right toes with heel down and down. And then left foot and down. So to your ability today, with however your feet are feeling, take turns first, lifting one foot and then the other. Also good balance. One more time each time. Good. And now try both. Just play with both. Lifting the toes. This is a real challenge for you. You can also practice rolling a towel on the ground and then putting the balls of your feet on the towel so something is touching, but you're still getting the stretch. And lower down, very nice. Then maybe just come up on the balls of the toe. Let's do a little ankle roll, one direction, the other. Good, other foot, ankle roll. Very nice. We did some balance already, but we are going to do just a little 1 foot balance while we're here. We'll do a little tree pose. So in tree pose, again, you always want your chair nearby. You do it facing your chair. I'm going to do it facing you. So imagine planting in our tree, planting that left foot into the ground and coming up on the toes, the tip of the toes on your right knee. You can stay right here. You could also open your right knee to change your balance. We all in this whole series want to think of this whole posture. We think of bringing the body in and up. Think of drawing your hips in together and up. If you'd like, you can lift the foot, put it on the calf. You can also just sort of rest your toes right inside the ankle. And this is tree pose. Your hands can be out. You can have fingertips together at your heart space. You can lift the arms overhead. If you want to try the balance posture, for those who are there, just breathe. But it doesn't really work for you to stand out into the middle of space. You can also be right against the wall. And that's a great tree pose. You're still getting balance, but maybe just don't feel so tippy. So breathe. Find something fixed. Kind of let your mind focus there. Draw those hips in toward one another and reach up to the sky with the top of your head. It can look like anything. And trees sway. So do we. That's how we find our balance. Breathe. Very nice. So presence in that right knee, if it's up, bring it in forward. We're going to straighten the leg and just hover it over the ground. Different balance and lower down. Very nice. Pause. Take a breath. Good. Moving our tree over to the left to the right foot, ground it in. Up to the left toes, open the knee. You can rest the ankle right there on the calf. Or bring it up just below the knee, never on the knee. And palms can be open. Heart space. Overhead, the site might be completely different because of your right leg for whatever reason. Breathe. Again, you can always use the wall. Put one hand on the chair. Draw that energy into the center of the body and reach for the sky. Breathe. Very nice. Gently bring the left knee in. Extend the left leg. Hover that left foot over the ground just for a moment. And then lower down. Back to mountain pose. Maybe close the eyes. Notice the feet. Notice all that energy the body's been moving to hold you up on one side and then the other. Breathe. Very nice. Open the eyes if they're closed. Let's sweep the arms out and up. Nice big inhale. Fill the lungs. Exhale. Very nice. So we're going to come back in our chair. Practicing in reverse our chair pose. So feet about hip width apart and back up to your chair where your calves are just touching it so you know it's there. So when we practice and sort of hover, you don't have to worry if you need to sit down. We just sit down. So hands at heart space. If you feel better about having them on your thighs, whatever feels best for you, we'll inhale. And then slowly exhale to about halfway. Inhale here. Exhale, push back up. Do that 2 more times. Inhale down. Exhale up. Nice and grounded, both feet. Inhale down. Exhale up. And then nice and slowly, just breathe easily, breathe steadily, and just challenge yourself a bit to come down nice and slow. Present in your feet, where you really feel, maybe you pause for a minute, and check in with your feet. You feel your balance, maybe you adjust your posture so you stay balanced. And then come down to your chair. Very nice. So on the feet again, here we'll slide the toes. I'm going to take my socks off so you can see my feet a little bit better. We have to be out of sock season pretty soon in Michigan. My goodness. Okay, so we're going to slide the toes under the chair where you have this gentle toe stretch. So before we were standing and your body weight is on it, can be a bit much. So if your big toe doesn't like this, here you can open your ankles without threat of twisting them because we're not standing on them. You can keep your ankles straight, sliding the toes under to find this toe stretch, or you can open the ankles if your big toe just doesn't cooperate and stretch the little toes. So we work with what we have each day. Find that stretch and breathe. Notice the jaws, the shoulders, maybe open the palms so that we're not gripping onto the knees. Just let those toes stretch, kind of send that breath there. If this is not a challenge for you at all, you can slide your toes back a little farther. Just fine, we want to keep that agility. Breathe. Very nice. Inhale. And exhale, release. Now keeping the right foot on the ground, we're going to take the left foot and put the top of the toes on the ground so the heel is up. To find this gentle space in the top of the ankle. And you can press as much as you'd like, and you can slide your knee forward as much as you like, which will intensify that kind of stretch, the space we're trying to find at the top of the foot. And if you'd like, you can even bring it where you curl your toes, kind of crunch your toes down, but I'd like to stretch the top of the foot. So if we keep the toes straight, foot straight, and increase your intensity or your range by sliding, keeping the toes on the ground and sliding the knee forward. Breathe. And if you get a foot cramp, I'm sorry, if you get a foot cramp, really massaging it is the way to go. Good, pause, left foot down, right foot. Top of the toes on the mat, breathe. Find ease in the shoulders, ease in the jaw, ease in the fingers. Breathe into the top of that foot. Maybe slide the knee forward just a little bit. Very nice. And back down to the ground. Good. So present here, as we take just a moment of rest to before we close. Think of your hands, back of the hands on the knees. Take a couple of breaths, and as you inhale, open the fingers nice and wide, kind of bringing in peace and energy. As you exhale, relax the hands. Nice, slow, deep inhale through the nose. Open the palms, the fingers. Exhale, ease, and gentle release. One more time. Inhale, open the fingers. And exhale, release. Ease in the shoulders, the feet, the hips. Bring the mind's attention to your face. Ease in the jaw, the lips gently touching. Breathing in, breathing out, ease in the eyebrows, the forehead, the top of the head, the ears, just at peace. Breathing in, breathing out. Sitting here for a moment in silence here at the end of the practice allows the mind to acknowledge clutter or distraction, but gives it an opportunity to return to the breath. So in our moments of distraction or mind clutter, allowing inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale. Bringing your presence back to the room, back to your space. Gentle movement in the fingers and toes, wrists. Lowering the hands down by the side. And then a gentle ease, lifting the arms overhead. Bringing the fingertips, palms together. Gently lowering the hands together, thumbs to heart space. Maybe gently lowering the chin. Giving thanks for our body, being thankful for our breath and our practice. And with each inhale and exhale, maybe be present in our breath. And with each breath, may we be present in our day. Thank you, everyone.